I've always wondered how Super Duties and half-ton trucks handle pin weight. And in this video, we're going to test it out. This is a Platinum Super Duty, and it does come standard with the scales. So if you hit features, you'll see right there, onboard scale. So if you click here, it'll basically show you how much available payload you have. Now if you look at the door, you guys see it says 3,931 pounds of payload. It's gonna match that sticker. Now when I step inside the truck, my weight basically is accounted for how much available payload you have. So you guys saw behind me my trailer. Let's go ahead and drop the weight down on the hitch. Now you also, because this truck has the scales, you have this guy too. So this will actually show you out back how much payload you have left as you add weight to the truck. Now I figure we go ahead and measure how much the truck is going to drop, okay? So let's use 44 1/4. I'm pretty much all hooked up. I just have to back up just a little bit, and then I'll show you guys the camera since I have to do that. I actually have the emergency brake on. You can zoom in. Alright, so about right there. That should be perfect. Alright guys, ready? Let's go ahead and drop the weight down. I'm glad I have a power jack for this. So if you check out the tail lights, let's see what happens. Alright, there it is. The truck is starting to drop a little bit. Nothing's happening quite yet. Still dropping in, and that's it. Wow, check that out. So it went up about 3, so it's off the ground. Alright. And let's see what the inside says. Now I'm not sure if you guys can tell, but my weight is accounted for. Like, it literally fluctuates easily. Watch. I jump out. Then I jump back in. Wow. So those scales can pick up even hundreds of pounds. It's really nice. Now that is probably around 800 to 1,000 pounds. The way I have it now, there's no water inside the trailer, so I'm not 100% sure like where the hitch weight is, but it's definitely over 800 pounds for sure. So you guys saw the tail lamps, and it actually showed on the screen I saw too. I wish that it did kind of tell you how much payload you had left over. You know, like it would say like you have this much left over, because that number hasn't changed unless I'm missing it. No, that's just for the tail lamps. But nevertheless, I mean, it's still a really cool system. And it does say, I'm not sure if you guys saw, it says not for commercial use. I guess if you're driving commercially and you think you can pass by the scales because of this, you can. I'm assuming that's what that means, but I want to see if it has, okay, it has this, but it doesn't really say, oh, you have this much available or whatever. Now if I step out, step back in, yeah, it doesn't say that this is this much weight. But you know what, it's still a cool system. I think I like the idea of this system. So let's go ahead and lift the trailer back up, and then we'll, actually I have to show you guys the measurement. Let me show you the measurement, and then I'll lift the truck back up and I'll let you guys see this scale here. That way you can kind of get an idea, right? So let's do that. Let's use 42 1/2. Okay. That ain't bad. That's I hate doing math in my head because I'm always wrong, but I think that's just under 2 inches. That's an inch and 3/4. Inch and 3/4. Bump stops, not even engaged. I mean, it's only 8 to 1,000 pounds, so yeah, that's not a lot of hitch weight. Okay, so I don't know what this means. I don't know what it stands for or anything. It's not really clear of what this is. And I could just be slow. I mean, I don't know. It just, for me personally, I'm not really understanding what this is saying, because this would make sense. It looks like the further you go up, the closer you get to that payload. But on that other scale that I just showed you guys, yeah, it just doesn't make sense. It's the scale mode right here. So yeah, let's go ahead and hook up the half-ton. Now this is not as high as a trim level, but it does have the power boost. And I love the column shifter you get with the lower trim levels. Like, that is a game changer. I don't really care for the shifter down below. I don't know why Ford just doesn't make this standard, or at least an option. I would take it on a lower trim level, because look at all the extra storage you have, right? So backing up is easy. This truck has 360 camera view. It has all the guidelines for you. Actually, I gotta go get the hitch, but you guys can see, you can zoom in still on a low trim level truck. It's made easy, and the lines actually work when it's zoomed in. I like that. On my GMC, the lines go away, but once you're this close, you kind of know where to go. Now, I will be honest with you guys. I could not find a F150 with the scale, so we kind of have to, unfortunately, just get the measurements. All right. Come on, there we go. We're almost there, right there. Oh, gotta go up just an inch. Not even, there we go. So it does put the brake on out back for you when you zoom in. And let's go ahead and get that first measurement. I did go through the towing guide, like maybe it's in here, but nope, I could not find those scales. Like, I used 3 different trucks, and this system just seems to be a add-on, I think, because I had a platinum, which I thought it came standard on all platinums, even a half tons, but that's not the case either. You have to either opt for them, or maybe they took them away for the half tons. I'm not sure. So here's that first measurement, and of course it's a weird number, so 39 5/8. And I figured I'll show you guys the payload too. So 1512 is that number. So let me get this straight. That Super Duty 1 ton has more than double the payload of this truck. And this is a low trim level. Insane. I'm not sure if you guys can tell, but this truck is definitely squatting a good bit. That bottom leaf right there is like a helper spring, and it's all the way engaged. Insane. Now, like I said, unfortunately, I can't show you the weight, which sucks, and I apologize. I really thought this truck had it because I looked at the window and it has the trailering packages on it, but I guess those scales must be like a separate add-on. So let's go ahead and measure, and then that'll pretty much end the video. So I just did the measurement. It was 37 3/8, which is 2 1/4 drop. That is not bad. I mean, that Ford Super Duty dropped 1.75 versus 2.25. I thought it would have been a little bit more, but again, this is not a lot of hitch weight. But yeah, I'm actually shocked by that. And if you figure this has 1,000 pounds of hitch weight, right? You only have 512 pounds available payload. And you put my big butt in here, figure I'm 200 pounds, I'm not, but now you only have 312 pounds. So that's the difference between these two trucks, guys. Like, I like the idea of the onboard scales. I wish that it worked, because then you would have seen probably the yellow part of it. That's what I wanted to show in this video, but that really sucks. I'll redo this test in the future. Yeah, I'm a little bummed by that, but yeah, as I've said, make sure you do your numbers when you are researching your trailer. The numbers online are always wrong. They're always going to be a couple 100 pounds lighter on the hitch, especially for travel trailers. I've seen fifth wheels off by 300 to 500 pounds. And I'm talking about the hitch weight or pin weight for fifth wheels. Like, I've seen it'll show like 1,400 pounds dry, but then I had someone send me numbers, and when they got it over the scales with nothing inside the trailer, it was like 400 or 500 pounds more. So you just have to keep that in mind when you're doing your numbers. But I hope you guys liked the video. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. And by the way, I don't know if I mentioned, I did borrow these trucks from Larry H. Miller. Be sure to ask for Ken in the commercial department. He helped me today. See you guys soon.